Very excited to have this next guest on. I've seen his clips everywhere. He's blowing up. I'm like, my God, the man's got magic. He's a podcaster. He's a sports bettor. He's got a lot going on. Please welcome Joey Haim. How are you, buddy?
What's up, you guys? How are you? Man, when we agreed, the first time you reached out to me was the day after the Minnesota shooting that we thought we were going to do it, the school shooting. And then the second one was the Ukrainian girl, all bullshit, all AI, getting stabbed on
Oh, my God. Here we go. Yes.
And now fucking Charlie Kirk. Everything else just went away.
Very interesting, dude. You know, tragedy strikes, I come knocking. Joey, before we get into it, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and where our listeners can find you?
Well, I have two Instagram pages. I'm not big on Twitter. I gotta make more of a YouTube presence, but on Instagram, I have two pages. Coincidence Yoey with a Y, because my mother-in-law, everything I would show her and prove to her that it's bullshit and it's not true, because everything has to be a coincidence for it to be real. And so she would, my wife's Mexican and she's from Mexico. She would tell me, Yoey, no, it's coincidence, Yoey. It's a coincidence. And I used to be Conspiracy Joey. And that page was taken away when I went to the Kobe Bryant helicopter crash site to show everybody how fake it was. The next day it was pulled. And then I have another Instagram page. I go by Pick King Joey. I wear a crown, and I expose how fake sports are every day. And you know, I was a guy that grew up, diehard sports fan in Los Angeles when I was in my 20s. I'm 54 now. I had the #1 sports talk show in Los Angeles. I used to go up against Love Lines with Dr. Drew and Jimmy Kimmel, and I'd kick it their ass all the time, because we were like the first sports talk radio that we're talking about sex and drugs, everything that guys get together when they talk about. That's what the show was about. And so then it started hitting me slowly but surely, after my eyes were awakened with 9/11. How sports was fake, and they used black. The hardest thing for me to accept, I used to think it was all scripted, that it was just like, you know, oh, we're going to agree on the final score is going to be 128, 104, and this team's going to cover. But it's insane, because I'm a baseball guy. I coach baseball. I live, eat, and breathe baseball. And so I never understood how they got the desired final scores they wanted. And then it hit me. They use black magic and wizardry for everything. I'll give you an example. You guys are all sports fans?
Yeah.
Remember Bill Buckner?
Yes.
Dude, that ball has to go through his legs with 2 outs in the 9th inning. And you can watch that thing 10 million times. It's insane how it goes through his legs. They use magic. And of course, he wears #6. You guys know Tesla said 369. And so, so I expose sports. You know, people pay me. I have a thing where they pay me on my winnable. And, you know, do I get everything right? No, but it's just crazy. The numbers, how they line up. It's so obvious once you see it. And so all the people that follow me now, I was crazy when I first found this all out 4 years ago. I thought I was crazy. And so back then I was crazy. Now I'll have, like, take Apollo, my partner, for example, Apollo, the original. It's so fun doing this, because you guys are aware of all this stuff. It's so fun doing it with Apollo to red pill him, because he never saw all of this stuff. He couldn't believe it. He thought planes hit the towers on 9/11. He couldn't believe it. And so now when we do shows together and I show him stuff, it's cool, because in real time he'll freak out, like, oh my God, look at this. Like the person's name, the FBI's last name is Mason. Oh my God, and the number 33. And so you know, it's just a crazy world we live in. I offered a $10,000 reward, you guys, 2 months after Kobe's helicopter crash. I said, the first person that can show me black smoke in the skies of Calabasas that day, because, you know, when there's a helicopter crash, everyone can hear it. It was in a park where people stroll by, and it's Kobe Bryant, right? You hear Kobe Bryant on the news, helicopter crash. Everybody goes down there to Las Virgenes Road, right? And not one video has still come out about black smoke in the skies. How can you explain that, fellas?
So this is something we wrestle with a lot on this show. Now, I'm totally down with scripted. We'll get into Charlie Kirk. I don't know how deep you want to go on that, but so we've had talks about this on other shows, and Johnny, kind of the consensus is, isn't it easier just to take them out, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's always how I felt. It's like, because, you know, they have no compunction about offing people. Why wouldn't they just do the thing? That would seem almost easier, right?
But for me, guys, he's in on it too. Like, I, okay, so let's go deep on this. I think it's total AI, like the subway. It's on my Instagram page. The dude that got up behind her on the
On the
subway
bus.
on the bus. Yeah, sorry, the bus.
That's okay.
His hands are super small. Like his fingernails are like by his knuckles. You have to like zoom in on this stuff. And so here's the thing with Charlie Kirk. I told everybody there's some stuff that I've revealed that I've discovered. So you'll always see the word con come up. It's insane, you guys. I can like Sandy Hook happened in Connecticut. John F. Kennedy was in a Continental. The senator next to him, his last name was Connolly. If you guys remember Uvalde, the girl was wearing green Converse. And who was the actor spokesperson for that? Remember?
Who?
Matthew McConaughey.
Hmm.
Remember, he was the guy that came out and he did that terrible thing at the press conference. And then I went back and I was like, oh my God, Bill Cosby. Remember the whole thing with Bill Cosby? The first girl, oh my goodness. Dude, you got the phone. Sorry about that, guys.
That's
I didn't
okay.
even hear it.
The first girl that accused him of that was Andrea Constand, C-O-N. So there's so many of them guys. I get like who's in charge of killing Michael Jackson? Remember that one?
The doctor. I forget what his name is.
Conrad Murray.
Okay,
Right?
okay, so with the Kobe thing, you think if he's in on it, you think he's alive? If it's AI and like still alive,
Where do you think where do you think they are?
Well, that's the $1 trillion question everybody asks me, because now people accept that like Tupac, Elvis, there's other stuff that we'll talk about too where they show their hand. But that's the one thing I can never answer. I don't know where they come from and I don't know where they go to, because Kobe Bryant doesn't accept that, his crash was on January 26th, right? And here we go with the coincidences. What's the chances that the pilot's name is Ara Zaboyan? A is the first letter, Z is the 26th letter, right? And it's on 126. And then if you take Kobe's wife, because the numbers are huge. The numbers are bigger than letters, because numbers are universal, right? Letters are different in other countries. But you guys can see if you take Kobe's wife and his 4 daughters, and you add up the years they were born, it equals 10,026. The zeros don't count in numerology, so it's 126. And then I always talk about the color orange. Sorry, XT, I know you got it on today. Maybe it was meant to be, but I always say look for the color orange, the word orange. One of the coaches on the plane with Kobe was a coach at Orange Coast University. So there's your orange. And then you have the number 81. If you know, you guys do gematria?
Yeah, well, I don't do it, but we understand it. Yes.
Yeah. So Kobe Bryant scored 81 points. His name in gematria is 81. Gigi's name in gematria is 126, the same name as the same date as a crash. Las Virgenes Road, where the crash was, the street isn't even spelled R-O-A-D. It's R-D. Even that's 126. Kobe Bryant's last tweet that he ever sent out was with 81 minutes left in the day. It's crazy. It's like they give out clips. So I don't think Kobe, and then they add layers to the story to make it look real. Like, the sheriffs, they shared a picture and there's a lawsuit with Vanessa. But I don't even think they're human. I don't think that they're from here. I don't know where they come from. I don't know. I know they idolize the planets. And like Joe Biden names his kid Hunter and Bo, and that's for the Sirius. That's the Sirius constellation. So it's like people ask me all the time. Okay, so all right, let's say you're right. Where are they now? So Charlie Kirk, he's in on this. So here's the thing, you guys. How come we're 1 week later now, right? There's only 5 of the same videos of the shooting.
That is so I watched somebody last night, a sniper, discuss this thing, and he showed a really weird angle last night. There's a muzzle flare up to the right. The window flares, but he bases off 4 cameras. As you watch whatever angle it is, you see everybody has a camera. Now there's discussions that they turned off all the internet at that point, or turned off all the cameras. It is very weird.
But here's my question, guys. How come? So that day, and it's on my Instagram page, I went live, so I can't. They don't let me go live.
You get shadow banned on Instagram?
Well, so here's the thing. On my big page where I have I've gotten like 20,000 new followers since the whole Charlie Kirk thing. But since when Donald Trump, that was fake. You guys think his assassination thing
No,
was
we
real?
don't. I don't believe it.
That one is so fake. And by the way, we'll get into it later. This is not even the real Donald Trump, but we'll get into that later. When after his fake shooting with the ear, I accidentally cut my finger on a can of tuna, and it would not stop bleeding. And I was showing an example of like how it is his ear, barely any blood, and I'm squirting blood out. And they said I was promoting the S word, if you know what I'm talking about, SUI.
Oh,
So I can't go live on that page. So I had to start a backup page, the Pick King Joey page. So that day I told everybody, I want to see, because 9/11 is the same thing. How many, all the news cameras are on the street, right? When the first plane hits the tower, the first plane. So they're on the street, they're interviewing people. What did you see? And then when they hear the second plane coming in loud, right? They should have gone, whoa, look at this. We still have the same 5 CGI angles. With Charlie Kirk, I went live and I said, you know what? Because first I fell for it. I was at the gym. I was like, oh my God, poor guy. The blood's gushing out of his neck. And then I said, you know what? Let's see if we can get different angles. Because like you said, when you watch it, everybody's holding a camera. Everybody's holding a camera. So what do I see now, guys? Every day there's a new angle of people running. There's new people. I see angles of him throwing the hats. And by the way, one of my followers pointed it out. When you throw a hat, it doesn't go 70 yards. He's like, unless he has like super wrist, he's flinging them out. And they're like sailing all the way to the top, And then there's different looks that he has where his face looks totally AI or like there's like I showed there's a picture. He's got kind of like round earlobes like me, and there's one where his earlobe is like completely flat. So that's what I'm asking you guys. Here we are 1 week later, and it's still 5 angles from the side. And I know what you're saying. I saw the thing with the muzzle flare, But did you see the one white guy, the guy in the white T-shirt that did this?
yeah. We definitely have talked about the baseball signs.
Yeah, I mean, but I think they're doing that because they know. Here's what I tell everybody. Like Cash Patel, I posted another one today where he's yelling at Adam Schiff about, yeah, well, we have 33,000 notes that show. So now they're like mocking us because we all know this.
I mean, for sure, there's definitely stuff into that, and I will meet you. I'm not saying I'm not saying I don't agree because I do think there is a giant level of deception for sure, without
That's
a
their
doubt.
number one thing. They have to deceive us. They have to.
100% by deception they wage war. That is
Yes.
Mossad's thing. I am totally open minded to that. I'm open minded to anything. So I'm open minded to this discussion. My question is, so if you take someone like Kobe Bryant, right? And Kobe is one of the most alpha of alpha males. Like, they would always be like, Kobe's old school. Well, that's code for asshole. Kobe's an asshole, right? Kobe's an asshole. You know, can you take these high profile people that are surrounded by everywhere and then go put them on Goat Island in Valhalla and expect them to chill out? Like, what if you had to guess, not asking you where they are, but what the process is? Are they really putting these guys on ice and they're all just hanging out in bungalows on a tiny Goat Island? Are they in Antarctica? I know you don't know where they are, but like, what if you had to guess is the process of their life?
Well, so they all know. Okay, so here's the number one thing. The emotion is like if Charlie Kirk really died, like they say, and you heard the wife say like, oh, she ran into our arms, my arms. Did you hear that? When she did that?
What's that?
When she was giving her fake speech afterwards, she said, and Gigi last night ran into. This is 2 days or 3 days after the shooting. She said, Gigi ran into our arms, my arms last night, trying to say like he was still around. So everybody knows, like Charlie Kirk knew this was whatever character he was. And like I said, I don't even think they're human. They don't have emotions like us. When we say goodbye, like it's a huge thing. Like, for them, there's no emotion. I don't even think they know where they go. I don't know where it is. I don't know. I don't think they're human to begin with because I've shown so many things of them shape-shifting. Elvis Presley, I've shown so many videos of him shape-shifting. And by the way, just so you know, even for me to say this, I would have said I was crazy 5 years ago. I never would have believed this stuff. And people think, oh, it's the video, it's distortion. And Apollo, my partner, he's really great with video, and he's an editor. And so sometimes he'll tell me when we're doing this, he goes, nah, this time, this someone, I don't believe you. And then other times I'll say like, wow, this is crazy. But Kobe, knew, and they use magic like with weather. So they made the weather foggy that day. Okay. How come if Kobe really got on a helicopter, guys? I have this question for you. How come not one, his daughter or her friends, how come they didn't take a selfie to show that they're getting on the plane with him? There should be somebody should have a selfie like, hey, I'm gonna get on the airplane with the world's biggest icon. And don't forget, guys, Kobe's death. What did it lead up to? COVID. I really think he was the Antichrist because you said the same thing. You said you thought he was an asshole. Just think, I'm doing a sports talk show in LA when Kobe first came out, and everyone loves him. And all I used to talk about was how much I hate the guy. That was my shtick. But guess what? I was obsessed with hating him because he was the biggest ball hog and he was the biggest asshole. But even the guy he got traded for, he was such a. I mean, dude, when he scored 81 points, and by the way, you know that was his 666th game, right?
What?
Yes.
Ooh.
Check it out. Go look. You guys didn't know this?
Johnny, will you look that up? I mean, that's crazy to me.
Game 666 of his career was his 81 points. And then I always talk about the numbers 13 and 113. Johnny, did you find it yet?
Yeah, that's what it says right here. It says Kobe Bryant's 81-point outburst on January 22 to 2006 was his 666th career.
Holy
Wow.
shit, dude.
And he was responsible for 66.6% of his team's points that day.
Yeah, it says that.
What?
And then here's another thing, you guys. Here's my two famous numbers that I talk about: 13 and 113. I always talk about those numbers. Kobe Bryant's name is 113. Michael Jordan is 113. Charlie Kirk had a 1-year-old daughter and a 30-year-old daughter. These always pop up. So
hold on. He was 31. He couldn't have
31 is 13. Yes, 31
okay.
is version 2.
Okay, so he was 31. His daughter was what, 1 and 3? Is that what you're saying?
1, 3. And then one of his daughters, of course, his name is Gigi.
And just like Kobe, right?
Yeah, just like Kobe, yeah. And so he dies 33 days before his next birthday, right? There's the number 33 again. It's just all too perfect how they web this numerical thing. So guys, I didn't even know this. Do you guys remember who was covering Kobe Bryant that night? He makes jokes about it to this day.
Jalen Rose?
Jalen Rose. Guess when his birthday is?
When?
January 30th. That's 1-3.
Oh my god.
Guess when Kobe was drafted?
13th.
First round, 13th pick, 113.
Don't bring that up to Johnny.
Guess when his first game he ever played was?
When?
November 3rd.
Okay. All right. So let's get into that. Let's get into all this. So is your belief that this is from black magic wizardry, that they are that in tuned to these numbers, or does it basically point to a assimilation of some sort?
There's definitely assimilation. Like this Charlie Kirk shooting is the first one where I realized like the people that were there, because I used to think like everybody, like the Minnesota shooting, there's like if you
there's no videos from there, by the way, and every school has cameras everywhere.
That here's another thing I always talk about. And then I posted a video of some famous guy that lives in Utah. He said the same thing. When you guys notice there's a school shooting or a mass shooting somewhere, that's bullshit. There's never ambulances coming in and out to help people. There should, you know, whether it's Anderson Cooper, hey, I'm on the scene, whatever. There should be ambulances coming in and out. We never hear from the wounded people afterwards. Like I said, I want to see one of the kids in Uvalde show me a scar, or even better. You guys remember the Uvalde fake shooting? How the killer shot his grandma in the cheek, but she survived. That was part of the story. If you look, before he left, he went to the camper and he shot his grandma in the cheek. And so I want to see the grandma. Oh, I'm okay now. Do a fucking follow-up story on the grandma. Yeah, you know how much money these people are making on GoFundMe on these bullshit stories?
Okay, so I gotta ask you.
Yes, sir.
Is the wife of both of them, Charlie Kirk and Kobe, are they in on it, or do they let them grieve on it by themselves? Like, do they get to meet them later? Do they go off like, hey, my husband died, and now I gotta handle this grief? Or does the husband tell her like, hey, we're in on this game, like, or how does it go down? Like, is Erica really grieving right now, or is she gonna see her husband a month later, or a year later?
So for Erica, I don't think you guys saw it. She gave the worst acting performance of her grieving. I mean, who records? Did you guys see when she was holding the casket? Did you guys see that when she was?
Yeah, we're talking Charlie Kirk's widow.
Yeah,
When
Charlie
she was,
Kirk's widow.
yeah.
Did you see that? Like, first of all, who records themselves grieving like that? And also, who records? How do you do it? There should have been an autopsy, like an autopsy to find what kind of bullet it was. And by the way, I'm not a gun expert, but everybody says it was some weird rifle where his face would have exploded or his neck would have exploded. But anyways, getting back to the wives knowing, yes, they know. That's the one thing. They're sworn to secrecy. Like this life that they have, they knew. Again, why is Ara Zaboyan the pilot? A and Z? Because the first letter is A, the second. They do
What
stuff
does that mean to you?
What's that?
What does that mean, A to Z? I've never heard that said
So
before.
A is the first letter and Z is the 26th. And this pilot, Ara Zaboyan, his first letter starts with A, the Z is the 26th letter. Like what another coincidence. And then I told you, Kobe's
Does that
number is
represent something? Is there alpha and omega? What are we talking about when do you have a reason that they do that? Like we can get into numerology and be like, why these numbers, like was it 77 or no 73, I believe it is. 8, 11. There's these 322, 33. We can get into all these numbers, but what do you think A to Z represents?
Well, for Kobe, just that the pilot's initials were A and Z, and it happened on 126. So
Oh my God, really?
yeah. Ara Zaboyan, and another thing, all these guys don't have Instagram pages. You know what I mean? Like, there's no pictures. Like the girl, the what's her name, Ileana, whatever her name was, on the train or the bus, whatever, that got stabbed. She's a pretty girl. What's that?
It was not a light rail. It was like a train.
A light rail. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a bus.
No, it was light rail.
Yeah.
Oh, my apologies. My apologies.
Yeah, and even that. I mean, guys, did you see like there should be people screaming and yelling when they saw the stabbing, and nobody's moving, and even where the blood squirt out, it doesn't make sense. But we'll go back to Kobe. So yes, with Kobe, his numbers are 126. So the first Kobe Bryant day ever at Dodger Stadium, and they intertwine sports. I'll give you guys another one that's going to blow your mind. So Kobe Bryant, on the first Kobe Bryant day at Dodger Stadium, which is August 24th, Kobe wore 8 and 24. His birthday was on the 23rd. But on the first Kobe Bryant day, the final score from Dodger Stadium, they beat Milwaukee 12-6. What are the odds, guys? 126 on Kobe Bryant day. We went and looked. You know how many times that was a final score at Dodger Stadium? Apollo looked. In the 70-year history, 3 times. And the time before that was like in 1990 or something. So they used black. And then another thing was somebody on the Brewers hit a home run with 2 outs in the 9th inning to make it 12-6. And then,
I mean, it is weird. And that's why we see a lot of this gambling issues now because people are manipulating energies.
Yes. Yeah, it's all energy, and it's all energy looshing. Like this stuff with Charlie Kirk, it's like. And by the way, how come they never shoot these people? John Lennon is like the only guy that was ever killed that was not on camera. You know what I mean? How come Charlie Kirk's not killed at a supermarket? Or it has to be with everybody watching, with the nation watching, because now I think for 9/11, it was a Patriot Act. It was, surveillance. With this, it's going to be, oh my God, this guy said that it's fake on his Instagram page. He's got to go. They're going to pull the page. Like, that's what it's going to be. You can't even question it anymore, And,
okay. So, we got the situation. Do you think this kid is arrested?
Oh my God, that's the fakest thing. First of all, so I didn't finish saying what I was saying before. When the story broke, when I went live, I said, okay, guys, the word con is going to pop up. It's going to be there. The number 33 is going to be there. And then, they said it took 33 hours. The manhunt took 33 hours. But what kind of shoes was the guy wearing? Do you remember?
Converse.
Like, I mean, give me a freaking break. And then there's a picture of Erica Kirk when, so the pentagram also shows up. The pentagram, is the Satan worship. And so when the girl gets stabbed on the railway, there's a guy that comes into the picture. He's wearing a Dallas Cowboy hat with the pentagram star, right? So
Yeah.
when Erica Kirk is waiting off the plane for the casket to come down, she's wearing on her shoe. I thought it was Converse. I didn't even know. She has a huge star, and you can see it on her shoe. There's a women's shoe called Golden Goose or something. My wife doesn't wear it, and so she has that pentagram star on her foot. It's just too many. It's just too coincidental. So this kid, wherever he is, he's in on it. You know, can you imagine, guys? Like, hey, I'm gonna text message you, but don't tell anybody. I'm gonna go kill Charlie Kirk, and I mean,
Yeah, that's all fake. I'll meet you on there, and I'm not saying I don't agree with you. I'm open minded to all of it. Yeah, the FBI is. This has been the most disastrous investigation outside of Epstein, which is happening at the exact same time. The most disastrous, and it's so crazy to watch people just lose their effing minds, getting mad at anybody who is bringing up alternative motives.
yeah.
And the fact that there's a long history of the FBI screwing the pooch on every single investigation. I asked people, name me the one investigation that they were forthcoming and truthful and got it right. I'll wait. I mean, just tell me. I'll wait. I'll sit here. I want you. I'm rooting for the FBI. I would like for them to have some integrity and actually be what we think they are, which is law enforcement. I would love that. I would love to support them. It's just I've yet to see it anywhere. So it's like there's so much going on with this. I like Steve Bannon. Take it for what you will. It's Steve Bannon. He's deep into all this stuff. He brought up the choice. Why hasn't this guy got a lawyer yet? Like, where is this kid's lawyer? How do you not have a lawyer yet?
Well, how about this? Like, I mean, there's supposed to be a trial, and you're just putting the evidence out there for the public to see. Like,
yeah, you're totally tainting the jury.
and what about the crime scene? Like, where, dude, did you see, like, literally 2 minutes after it happens, some guy's taking off the camera in the back. And then
I don't know how true it is, but at wherever they got the campus, they're already making construction. They're going on with construction, which makes no sense. I don't know how it's still not a crime scene for at least the next month, I'd say.
Yep. And then the other thing, did you guys? Sorry.
No, but did you see? I was talking about this on Conspiracy Social Club last night. That so the whistleblower for OpenAI, right? His crime scene is still there. No one's gone there at all. The crime scene is still there. His mother's like, it's still there. You remember where there was a whistleblower that outed ChatGPT and OpenAI?
Yes, yeah.
And, you know, Tucker Carlson was interviewing him while this situation happened, and he interviewed the mother, and she was like, the crime scene's still there. Nobody's gone and visited it yet. You're like, that crime scene's still there, but this one's instantly taken down by Turning Point USA. Which is, you know, if you take it on a base level, means they're completely and utterly captured.
I got one for you guys. True story, 100%. You guys can go look. So O.J. Simpson. By the way, that's another thing that I said, and it's all on my page. When this all happened, I said, watch the suspects. You will see the word Khan, and then somebody's going to have the word man or son in their last name because they mock Jesus, like Son of Man. So of course, what's Tyler Robbins' son, right? You got O.J. Simpson's son in the news. Mike Tyson's son, Michael Jackson's son, Scott Peter's son. Remember Scott Peterson?
Yeah.
Remember his kid's name?
No.
Khan.
Oh my God.
But dude, this is a true story. So, and then another huge number is 216, because that's 6 times 6 times 6. So the OJ murder was on June 12th, which is written 126, right? And true story, I couldn't believe it. Back then, I didn't know what I know now. But so O.J. Simpson, I think, happened on a Thursday or Friday. I don't remember. And so I went to eat with my family on Father's Day. It was either that weekend or the weekend afterwards. And so we decided afterwards, me and my brother and my ex-girlfriend at the time, to go to the O.J. Simpson's house, or where she lived, on Gretna Green, Nicole Simpson. And so we went to the front, and then we went to the back. And there was a gay guy, because he was so flamboyant. He goes, oh my God, the back door is unlocked. Oh my God, the gate's unlocked. Dude, all of us walked through the house. It's a crime scene, right? We were walking through her house, upstairs, downstairs. Like, what kind of crime scene is this? It was
Holy
literally 3 days
shit.
afterwards. What's that?
Holy shit.
Yeah, so that's how much they care about preserving the crime scene, because it's bullshit. There's no crime scene. None of these Freemason and alien whatever, they don't spend time in jail. They don't arrest each other. It's all a show. R. Kelly's not in jail. The whole P. Diddy thing is so stupid and fake. But that's what they want to do, guys. They want to preoccupy our mind with stupidity. And
Well,
now that you say that, I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but the guy that last interviewed or debated Charlie Kirk, he got interviewed by the Channel 5. I don't know how he's already doing a whole hour and a half interview before maybe you talk to the cops or maybe get a lawyer. Because some people are saying he's like maybe in on it. You know how
he's in
like,
on it.
yeah, the
He's in
last
on
guy
it
debated him.
because
Yeah.
he's in on it because he asked that question. You know, what do you think about transgenders committing violence? And then Trump, before his fake shooting, he says, "Oh, this is something like we've never seen before." And then, I mean, and I always say this too, guys. There's always a misspelling. They make mistakes, like Chadwick Boseman. That's what actually opened my eyes to all this. Chadwick Boseman was 42, and then they said he's 43. And then the guy that was killed in the Trump, that he wasn't killed, but the guy they said that was the fireman guy that was killed. They spelled his name wrong on his jacket at the convention.
yeah. Well, so my question to you, and this is a very delicate question: do you think people actually die?
No, because they have to deceive us. Because if they really died, then it's real. It has to be deception. Charlie Kirk, the way the blood squirted out. And by the way, did you guys see how his ring changed? His fingers, the ring changed from one finger to the other.
Yeah.
Have
no,
you talked to
yeah.
your co-host about that? Because there's some people that believe that's like the camera and
Well,
the video.
he wears a fidget ring. If you go back and watch any interview with him, he's got this ring on that hand that he, like habitually, like while he's talking, moves from one finger to the other. Like it's just he does it like nonstop, and I think that was one of his
I
last
looked
acts.
into it.
I mean,
I
you can
looked
see it.
into that, Johnny. So what that is like somebody like me, I can't wear a ring because I have big knuckles. So those rings are it can't, if it doesn't go over your knuckle, it clasps on. That's what that ring is. And then so if it's clasped on, like how does it go exactly to the? And the other thing too, guys, is when he's shot. If you get shot, you're not still holding the microphone. He's holding the microphone until he falls to the ground. Like
Yeah,
he's still.
I mean, he also reaches up for his neck too, right?
I haven't seen any of him reaching up.
There's been a
like-
lot of discussions that like that's just a reaction from the body because his spinal cord has been severed. That's the discussion going on. I've heard people say that.
Well, I have a question for you guys. When they took him away, how come there's no blood splatter all over the ground? There should be, like, if it was like splurting out like that, it should have been on his hands and his fingers. And when they're putting him into that Suburban, there's no blood on anybody. There should have been like gobs of blood all over the place. And you can see on the ground, there's no blood. There's no trail of blood. Nothing.
When they're carrying him, I mean, even my girlfriend who isn't just starting to get really into.
You can watch the ring here too if you want. You see how it's like that. It breaks and can be, and he's just like always fidgeting and moving it down his fingers. You can see famously on Patrick Bet David, he's doing that like the whole time.
Yeah. It's like a fidget spinner. It's like to keep him entertained, like for anxiety and shit. That's what it looks like. He just keeps
it's something. It's like a mindless thing that he does.
Yeah, but it's also weird because, I mean, if you look at that video again, Johnny, if you look at it,
bring the one.
It's a clasp, though. It's clasped onto his finger.
Let me. I'm trying to see. There's better.
Find the Patrick Bet David and show me where it goes from finger to finger. Because I get it. You're totally.
I can show you.
He's fidgeting with it.
Because I've seen him fidget too, and when he does it, that I've seen, it's always on his ring finger when he does it.
So I got a question. Does the shooter know that Charlie Kirk is fake or he's not really shooting anybody? Like, does the shooter know?
There's no shooter. Even the there's on Trump. First of all, how does I used to go to a place called College of the Canyon, a junior college, and one time George Bush Sr. was a speaker there. And you guys, I had school that day, and we had to get off the exit like 3 miles ahead. There's no way anybody's sneaking on a roof
Yeah, but
even
that's the president. That's the president. This is just, I mean, I mean, that's just a performance.
well, I got one for you for this one because when the guy jumps off the roof, right?
Yeah.
There's people running all over the place. They're scared. There's people running. When this guy jumps off the roof, there's like nobody within an earshot of him. But you'll see it's AI. The way, first of all, the way he
That's
jumps
what
off the
they're
roof.
saying right now. The video of him jumping off the roof is AI, which
Yes.
is the introduction into AI into crimes and trying to solve crimes, and that's just going to open Pandora's box,
Yep.
and we're never going to know anything again.
I mean, dude, look when he's jumping on. You guys got it. You guys have that scene right there, or no? When he jumps off the roof, you'll see. You'll see. There's two people. Whether they're real or not, they're probably not real. There's two people walking into the university behind the tree. There's a tree to the right, or no? When he's jumping, there's a tree straight ahead, and you'll see two figures walking, and they disappear. They're walking into the school.
Greg Carlwood talks about all the time deviation from the norm. When there's a deviation from the norm, that's where you have to start asking questions, right? Like, how does a plane fly so low at dense air at that speed when people would tell you, based on experience of flying for decades, pilots would tell you that's impossible to go that speed at that dense air at that low altitude. But nope, on this one special day, the deviation from the norm is that that's possible. It just doesn't make now. Obviously, this situation has the feel of JFK. Now, I've seen you have discussions on JFK. We've had people come on the show talking about multiple theories about JFK over the years. What is your take?
Mine is that nobody will ever understand it because, and also when I was thinking all this, I didn't know how they have this magic that they can, that we're like, again, we're thinking that we're seeing Charlie Kirk getting shot, and there's people, 3,000, 4,000 people there that are recording it, but yet I don't know how they do the magic of they're sending out whatever recording it is, and nobody else has it. Again, I've seen 50 videos of people running frantically afterwards, and I've seen 50 videos of when Charlie Kirk walks up, and I've only seen 4 or 5 videos of the shooting. So with John F. Kennedy, again, this is going to sound crazy because I don't think he's human. And I've shown stuff with him shape-shifting, and he knew that day was going to be his last day. And what a coincidence. His son dies in a plane, a hangman ritual where he's upside down. And how many people die in that one? 3. It's always 3, 6, 9. But anyways, I think that Jackie Kennedy, held some kind of contraption to blow up his, because I don't know if you've seen, there's a picture of another thing in the, another JFK in the car. Have you seen that? Like on the seat?
Well, there's an angle where you see where it's presenting Jackie O's fat ass. If you've seen it, it's black and white.
No.
And it's her, and that's from a movie. That's the only picture that might be of question. But you're talking about another picture. What are you talking about?
Well, first of all, here's one thing. Right before he gets shot, oh my God, I just thought of something that I never thought of. Holy cow! It's gonna hit me.
Breaking news.
Just hit me
Breaking
right now.
news.
What's
breaking
that?
news. Do you have any breaking news sound
Breaking
effects?
news. What's the name of the
Johnny?
guy that recorded it that day? It just hit me.
Zapruder.
What's his first name?
I don't know. What is it?
Abraham.
Oh,
What is
AZ.
it?
There we go.
It's a transportation ritual because Kobe was on a plane. What's his name? In a Lincoln Continental with Connolly in the front seat. So I think she did something. Because here's another thing. If you guys have your,
So you're of the belief that Jackie O shot him?
not shot him. She blew up his head with some contraption. Because here's why. So in the video we see his.
You mean a squib or something? Is that what you're saying?
So
But he really did die though. But he really did die though, right? That wasn't
No.
a fake death either.
Yeah, no. I'll
Well,
show
what's
you.
really interesting, if you look at the autopsy.
Look at the autopsy picture, you guys, of John F. Kennedy on the table. Please.
Johnny, will you look that up?
You'll see. He's on the autopsy table. There's a picture of him with a hole right here because they say he got a shot in his throat first. But look at his face, how perfectly intact it is. Explodes out like this.
You want Zapruder?
Oh, no, that's a pruder. There's one that's in French that shows it. It says it's like French writing. That one's the best one. I think it's like 32 seconds long or something.
You'll
If you
have
put
to.
in the killing of JFK, there's one that's in French writing or English writing, but French words. But there's other ones that show his face. There's a Zapruder isn't even the good one. And by the way, in case I forgot to tell you guys, when he's driving by right before the shot, there's a woman wearing an orange coat.
Orange.
Yeah. Damn. Well, what's really interesting about that, and we've had a lot of people on talking about the JFK, is how he goes from being the Beatles with people everywhere to two or three people on the lawn. It's a very weird thing, and how big the people are in the picture. It looks like it's like a zoom in of some sort. There's a lot of problems with that video.
But the orange coat is right there, and then so why does she go onto the trunk, you guys?
Why?
What do you think? I mean, I used to think it was to pick up pieces of his brain. She was like so
Or the
crazy.
getaway. Some people might be the getaway.
Yeah. I think if you see, she hands something to the Secret Service guy, and whatever, because she puts her hand around his head. So whatever it is, he wasn't human.
We're trying to find it.
So are they killing clones? Are they killing like doppelgangers? Who, I mean, are they, or if the real person isn't getting killed? Because I mean, a head's getting exploded. That's for sure. I mean,
but not a human head. It's not a human. All of these things, like the dad from Sandy Hook, Robbie Parker. Remember, he's standing in front of a brick wall right before he like gives out the worst acting performance of all time. Rob Elementary. They show the bricks, so you'll see bricks everywhere. Every time there's a psyop, you will see bricks behind Erica. What's her name? Erica Kirk. When she gives her speech, she's standing in front of bricks.
Well, her ring is a giant G.
Oh, I mean, that I think they do to fuck with people too, like, because they know that we know that the G is the Mason symbol. Because now, like I said, the Kash Patel always talking about 33. Now, Hillary Clinton, 33,000 emails. Like back then, we didn't know. And when I first started this, there was like 6 or 7 of us, but now there's like thousands of us. You know, people used to ask me, "Are you afraid they're going to kill you?" Now there's too many of us. You know, there's like it's just too obvious.
I mean, we got into that basically. I think the people they off are the ones that take their money and then try to go off reservation. Like even with JFK, let's just say for the sake of this discussion at this moment, that's true. Let's just say that. They he worked with the mob and then he turned around and just tried to take out the mob. So that's the story that we're told.
I have an answer. Yeah.
Okay.
So my answer is this. That's the reason. That's the story they make up so they can when they get rid of them. So it fits perfectly. So with JFK, the mafia, he was going to talk out about them, and then you got Charlie Kirk. All of a sudden, he started to talk about Israel. You know that he's against Israel. That's the reason. Tupac. I mean, have you guys ever seen Tupac Shakur's first interview? If you guys really want to freak out,
yeah. The one where he's super fan, right?
And me and my mom, we just fight all the time. And all of a sudden, he's like, "Yeah, motherfucker, don't be driving through Long Beach." You know,
no, you're totally right. And it's very interesting because they have to position their people in there. And it's all like a demoralization campaign. Andrew Schultz asked me, like, why are they outing Obama being gay? I go, it's a demoralization campaign. The most homophobic demographic is the black community, except for half of them are down low brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why they're really homophobic, because they don't want anyone to know that they're DS, right? So here you get a charismatic black man in office, the first black president we've ever had, who happens to be a Bush, and he's gay. And it's like you eventually drop that bomb on, you herd everybody into his camp, and then you're like, by the way, he's a gay man. And then everyone's like, what? And all the rappers. I mean, gangster rap is such an astroturf music genre. None of it is real.
It's so fake. I mean, the persona like Tupac, you saw the interview. Like all of a sudden, he's the world's toughest gangster. And guys, I've shown so many videos of Tupac Shakur shape-shifting, and even Tupac Shakur. By the way, there always has to be. Do you guys ever notice what states have the most bullshit psyops in them? Do you guys know? Have you paid attention?
Florida is one.
Boom. Florida. What's another one?
Minneapolis.
There you go.
Minnesota. Excuse me, Minnesota.
Nevada.
Colorado.
Colorado.
What was that one?
Nevada.
Nevada's got some, but there's always Florida. Where were the hanging chads?
It's we've done an episode on Broward County.
Yeah.
Is
Oh, yeah.
like the number one where like the hijackers were. Adam Walsh goes missing. I think Paradise School's just outside of there, but that right around there.
Where
Like,
was Bush during the 9/11?
was he in Broward County?
Colorado,
In
Texas.
Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And who's the guy that killed Tupac?
What's his name? Who was it?
A city in Florida.
What?
Orlando something.
Okay, all right. I could see that.
Yeah,
no, I'm not against any of that, dude. I mean,
yeah, but even Tupac. I mean, Tupac is like so Tupac. They have to do it's all a show. So they have to show. By the way, what was Tupac wearing right before he was killed? You guys remember?
something orange.
Something orange. If you guys want to go look, he's walking through the hotel wearing orange. But even that fight in the casino, that's all the storyline to lead up for like why he got killed. So it's so believable for people. And by the way, what day was he shot? What number? Wasn't it the 13th?
Will you look that up, Johnny? Crunch those numbers, Johnny.
What,
Crunch
when
those
was
numbers.
Donald
pulling-
Trump shot, Johnny?
I'm still looking at for the JFK. I mean, I have a French thing here from that
It's ETDTU et to a dot or something like
it's
that.
not.
It's so crazy to me how naive we were. Everyone's like, people were way smarter back then. Yes, they could do long division. Congratulations. But they believed some pretty ridiculous shit.
But
They might have been they might be intellectually smarter, but they were way more naive. Way more naive. They believed, I mean, dude, they believe that if you hide under your desk, you could survive a nuclear bomb, which I don't. I got in a fight with Dylan last night. I don't believe in nuclear weapons. I'm not saying they don't have big bombs and go boom, but what they sold us for World War II wasn't real. And once they get caught in one lie, you have to question everything. They do. Like, ask your girlfriend. She catches you one time bullshit. She's not gonna trust you fucking again. So it's back to gangster rap. I mean, everyone talks Tupac. What about Ice Cube? Ice Cube is the Larry the Cable Guy of gangster rap. I mean,
100%.
We had the same parents. I had two parents who worked for the school system. He had two parents who worked for the school system. Like, he's not, and none of them lived in Compton. None of them.
You want to hear something? You want to hear something crazy? There's a guy. My daughter plays softball. She had a teammate. The dad is a very successful plumber. So when I first started into this, everyone thought I'm crazy. So he he had a customer. The guy was a Freemason from Yale. And so he told me, he's like, oh, you know what, man? I kind of believe you because this guy had all these Grammy Awards at his house, and he's a white guy. And he said that the Yale, the white dudes from Yale create the language that black people speak, and they write it in the lyrics. And so he was the writer of the rap songs. And I'm like, how old was he? He's like, oh, he was like 50 something. And so like Gat and all this shit was written by white dudes. It's insane.
I've been saying this forever. People mistake their culture for their heritage. Your heritage is your family history. Your culture is contrived astroturfing from think tanks to getting you to, Johnny and I have had debates about who treats their women better, Islam or Western culture, and we both agree free will is God-given. God gave us free will, okay? But this free will that we have here is just saturated in trillions of dollars of psyops to convince you to use your free will, making the worst decisions, whether it's drugs, alcohol, pornography, whatever it might be. That is the worst of the worst. So, they create these cultures. I mean, Sexy Red now has been pretty much outed as a CIA agent provocateur, and she's even named songs after her CIA name.
I don't even know who she is, so I gotta look into that.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
crazy.
know who that is either.
She's like one of those ratchet chicks who like
Yeah.
sings about her snatch the whole time.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
No,
I
you
mean, I
don't. You
like
know,
it
you
too,
don't.
but it's not. Listen, I've been trying to talk about this on stage. Like, we're not meant to see this much crotch. Okay, we're not meant to see this much crotch on the internet. It's not natural. I hate watch it because I know it's just lowbrow stupid. But it's like my monkey DNA can't stop looking at it because we're not meant to look at it. We're like the gift of seeing a woman's private areas was meant for something special, and now it's just literally every other Instagram video. And now that might be my algorithm because I can't stop looking at it. But that's the psyop to convince women to do this low vibrational bullshit. And man, you talk about this on stage, women get fucking quiet, dude. Women get quiet. Like last night, dude. And last night, XG, you've been there for some weird sets for me. Like
Oh, yeah,
there's
yeah,
been
a
some
couple.
weird sets. And the thing that upsets me the most is how it doesn't upset me. It just makes me sad that a lot of the younger comics don't understand what I'm doing on stage because they've been traumatized by cancel culture.
Yep.
And it's kind of like it kind of gets in the same thing with conspiracies, right? Like you did sports radio. I'm so old. I listen to Colin Cowherd in the morning.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah. I just like I just need something to listen to, you know. So I'll have on Colin and his sidekick Jason. I forget what Jason's last name is, and they just outwardly despise conspiracies. They despise it, and they always rally against it. And then
They're in on it.
they're always wrong, and then they never come back and admit they're wrong, like ever. So, and the reason they hate conspiracies is because it forces them to have to look into things that they just don't want to spend time on, like they don't want to look into.
But they know. They know. Like Stephen A. Smith, take him for example. He knows all this stuff. Like he knows, like he knows they use witchcraft and you know, for example, the Pacers Knicks. Did you guys remember that playoff series? You guys watch NBA?
Oh yeah, I love it in the NBA. Yeah.
Okay. Like Halliburton, when he made that last second shot, when his toe is on the line and it hits the rim and it bounces up in the air, and how come that shot doesn't happen the first 90 shots of the game? It has to happen in the fourth quarter. We've seen it so many times, you guys. And
how do they manipulate that?
Magic. People say.
So, are you talking literal, like Doctor Strange sorcery?
Sorcery. They have the way they
okay,
have.
I'm with you on this.
The way they did Charlie Kirk for us, we all saw it. We saw the blood. How come it's the same? There should be angles from somebody's. I'm watching people record him on the side. Where's their camera angles? Oh, the government didn't let the Wi-Fi. No, it doesn't work that way. If somebody sent it out to their friends 5 minutes later, sent it to their friend. There should be 1 trillion different copies going around. You know, it just I don't know. I'll never be able to explain when XT asked me, like, where do they go now? Kobe for sure did not get into a helicopter crash because I put $10,000 away to the first person who can show me black smoke in the sky. Somebody has to have a cell phone. You guys know we live local. That's a famous. People walk up and down that street on a Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Right? And do you guys remember which Laker player they first said was on the plane? Do you remember that or no?
No.
Rick Fox. If you guys want to look it up, why Rick Fox? Because Fox is 666 in numerology. That's why there's Fox News. All the letters are 6. Fox F is 6, O is 6, X is 6.
Damn,
dude. When would you say, I don't know if you know this, when do you think was the first fake death? Like, are we going back to Abraham Lincoln? Not that
Abraham
far.
Lincoln, Abraham, for sure, all of it. If it's on TV or if it's on the news, it's deception. It's all like, all of them. There's never been a president an outsider. And see, by the way, guys, I was a fucking huge Trump guy. I had a MAGA hat on. This is not the same Donald Trump. You guys.
Okay, get into that. I want to hear it. Talk to me. You think
Sam,
this is clone Donald Trump, or are we getting into another Biden and a billion Bidens?
Well, the Biden one. So when the Biden one, let's start with that one. The reason they put him in the basement and COVID, that whole thing. Like, by the way, isn't it crazy that you remember who Kobe Bryant got traded for?
Yeah, Johnny, tell us about your darkest day.
Vlade.
Oh, Vlade. What's Vlade's last name?
Divac.
What is it backwards?
C-A D. Can you tell me? I can't.
Think of something you get quarantined for.
COVID.
It's Cavid. Is it or is it an O? Is it an O?
Kind of close enough, right? COVID, right? The guy gets traded for. Where's Kobe Bryant buried?
Covina.
Corona del Mar. And he's the guy, and he has the crown tattoo, right? Anyways, I got sidetracked. I don't know. What were we just talking about?
You were talking about fake Donald Trump.
Oh, fake Donald Trump. So for the real Donald Trump, he never spoke the way this guy spoke. He spoke quietly when he was on Oprah, when he was on with Barbara Walters. He never raised his voice. When he spoke publicly, he was soft-spoken. The old Donald Trump would never let himself look like this, fat, out of shape. You know, like he had, and then even his wife. Remember, Ivana? Which one was his wife? Ivana.
Yeah.
Remember how she died, you guys?
How did she die?
She fell down the stairs. I don't know if you guys remember that. She fell down the stairs, right? So this is when he was president the first time. What are the odds? She falls down the stairs, right? He's the president. Not one news crew goes to the house where it happened. There should be videos of she died at her house, some mansion somewhere in New York, in the city. Not one, but there's no scene of witnesses coming to her house, of cell phones, of the paramedics taking her outside. That's another psyop is what I was getting to. But anyways, this Donald Trump, it's just not the same guy. It's not the same teeth. So when he was the first time I had my MAGA hat on, I lost so many friends. Where I live in Los Angeles, it's mostly liberals. My poor daughter, she's the only girl at her school, not for this part, she did not get vaccinated. Every kid in the school got vaccinated except my daughter. And so I lost a lot of friends. And so when Donald Trump was doing the whole thing with Fauci, and then he introduced Operation Warp Speed, that was it. I threw my hat. I thought he's an outsider. Oh, I used to think he was an outsider. He's going to shake things up. This dude is, I don't know if it's, they cloned him. I don't know what they do because, that's what I was saying. When Joe Biden was in the basement, remember that? They had him with the mask on. They wanted us to forget what the real Joe Biden looked like. So we all had to accept this Biden. I mean, you guys can tell it's not the same Joe Biden, right?
Well, there was like 8 Joe Bidens. There was Nephilim Biden. There was Black Biden.
Tall dude.
There was like skinny legs Biden, young legs Biden.
Yeah, the bike. When he fell off the bike, he had the legs of like a 20-year-old sprinter. Yeah. And what about Trump? You got UFC Trump, right? Have you seen UFC Trump?
Oh, yeah, where he's shorter than like people. They've done like how tall is this guy? And then Trump's right there.
Yeah.
And you're like, is that even the same Trump? Because Trump's like 6'4", right?
Supposedly. And, you know, people say he died in a helicopter crash. And by the way, guys, helicopters are huge in this thing because helicopter is 666 in gematria.
Oh, my
and,
God.
Yeah. And there's a witness. Here's to show you how bullshit. There's a witness when Tupac was killed. A blonde girl. She was on. She had a show, a home decoration show, whatever. You can find it. And she says, "Well, when we got here, they took Tupac away in a helicopter."
So well, I got a question for you. Do you believe in MK Ultra? Like, do you believe like the Vegas shooter or any of these kids? Do you think any of them are even real? Because I know they're not famous, but do you even believe like regular civilians that do criminal, like a school shooter, like I said, like Stephen Paddock? You think that guy was real? The Vegas guy?
Stephen Paddock, there's no way he was real. I mean, he might have been real, but it wasn't him. That's so, guys. That great you bring that up because the one thing that is hard for me to accept is that one was fake, but it was planned because we didn't even bring out the gematria calculator, the number 201. If you guys want to do this will blow your minds because everything is 201. Do you want to get it out or no, Johnny? It's up.
Event 201.
What's that? Event 201. Ginger Alden was with Elvis Presley when he died. Her name is 201. Neil Alden Armstrong, first man on the moon, is 201. Who else do we have? There's Timothy McVeigh, 201. His accomplice, Terry Lynn Nichols, 201. He was in a Mercury Marquis, 201.
Damn.
Bro, all of these are 201. Kobe has a production company called Granity Studios. What's granity mean? But it's 201. So, XT, what did you
And he
ask
was
me? I know
into
I went
some Aleister Crowley dark arts too. Like we had a guy come on and talk about how anytime you see imagery of the Wizard of Oz, that's a bad omen. And Kobe Bryant's last Halloween picture was him as the Wizard of Oz.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like
But
really dark shit, dude.
well, I always talk about the color orange. The last picture, and by the way, there's a connection here. That the last picture Kobe ever took was he was wearing orange, and it was on December 29th, which is my birthday, 2019, and 1229 is the 201st prime number. They love prime numbers. Don't ask me why. But he was. Remember who the last picture he ever took a picture with? Which player was at the Staples Center? Luka Doncic, right? So Luke is the bearer of light. Okay, so there's Luke 1018, and Kobe Bryant went over the 118 freeway right before he died in his helicopter crash. And what's Luke 1018? Like Satan falling from the sky, like lightning, Satan falling from the sky. That's what Kobe did that day.
Well, they had that cartoon where they basically predicted Kobe going down in the thing. The Corona is a 33rd district.
But you know what? It's not predicting, Johnny. What they do is they have to tell us.
It's a
that's
revelation of the method.
How many, like Kobe, Kobe did a commercial with Kanye West where a helicopter crashes, a basketball commercial, you know? And then Kobe did a Bette Midler show. I don't know if you guys ever saw when he was on the Bette Midler show.
No.
And so he gets hurt in that show. And then because he can't play, Bette Midler injured him. So because he can't play, they show the Lakers getting killed. And don't forget, the crash was on January 26th. And this is 20 years before the crash. And you hear the announcer, the Lakers lose to the New York Knicks, 126-77. They put it out there.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
It's
a
so
crazy. Living. So I do think MK Ultra is real, but not like the guy, whoever this kid is just playing the part. We'll never ever see him in jail. But did he have a big Instagram page before this happened? Like everybody his age does? Did he have like?
No,
never.
No,
never.
Nothing.
The girl from Ukraine, she's a beautiful girl. She has like 9 pictures on her Instagram page of her taking a selfie. Not in this day and age. It doesn't work. If there's a fight at school, my kids have done it. They whip out the camera and you see the kids fighting and cheering them on. There was a fake school shooting like 2 years ago where there was it started a fight at school. I remember it was Parkland. I don't remember which one. And then nobody's recording it. There's not one recording. And then you got, what's his name? The kid, David Hogg. Have you guys ever seen when he rehearsed his lines?
Oh yeah, that's the biggest bunch of bullshit right there. Or when the kid is in the school going, "This guy's like 25. He's not even supposed to be in school."
Yeah, that too.
He's a controlled op.
Bro,
he's an agent of chaos. They called him out right to his face. He's like, "Hey, dude, what are you doing?" And then he's like, David Hogg, and the timestamp he gives is 2 hours before because he went to CNN summer camp and they taught him to timestamp his videos.
Yeah, and the way he remembered that, he's like, okay, so what happened was I was in the hallway and the guy ran by. Wait, no, hold on. So take your time, David. All right, so there I was, and I saw the killer go by, and he ran. No.
Then he talks about how he wasn't even there. He was at home, and he got on his bike with his camera and rode there to document the event. There we go with document the event, just like 9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking nuts. So you think Elvis was a shapeshifter?
Oh man, I've shown videos of him and I don't even know if it's the real Elvis. That was. By the way, I grew up the world's biggest Elvis Presley fan. And you guys remember
Mexicans love Elvis, dude.
What's that?
Mexicans love Elvis, dude.
My wife's Mexican, so
what are you?
I'm Jewish.
Oh, you are? Okay. Yeah, damn, dude, this gotta be hard. So you believe in any Kabbalah magic and all that shit?
Well, I do, but not for Judaism. So I'll give you an example. I used to. So you know what Yom Kippur is?
Yes.
So I used to starve myself. You're not allowed to eat for 24 hours. Since all this started, dude, I'll fucking eat a pizza. It's next week. I'll eat a pizza now. I'm not starving myself because everything is like it's all bullshit. Like God, I coach my kids. I think I do good in this world. If I eat for those 24 hours, I don't think God's gonna punish me. You know what I mean?
So how deep does it go? Because I've done two shows. I did a show with Donut. He's
Donut, I did one
Jewish.
too with him.
I love Donut. He's
He's a good
great.
guy.
And then I just did a show with Dylan Wren on Conspiracy Social Club. They're both Jewish. They somewhat have visceral reactions when you start talking about Israel and all that
Well, I
stuff.
don't care. Israel's not really Israel, though.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And you can't tell people that. I mean, Donut did say that his rabbi said that the Star of David is nowhere in any religious text.
No,
That
of course not. And you know what the Star of David is, right?
it's
It's
Remphan.
it's the Baphomet. It's as above, so below. It's the triangle, It's always the three corners. You know what I mean?
It's so crazy though. Like, how deep does it go?
All
Like,
of the universe, the whole, like every brand. Nike is the ring of Saturn. Adidas is the pyramids. Converse is the pentagram. It's our whole lives. You know what I mean? They've been doing this our whole lives. They're all Satan worshipers. They're Luciferians. They're like, it goes deep. But the thing is, how do we combat it? I don't even think there's anything we can do. I don't think there's it's just too deep. They have the military on their side. I just try to educate my kids and show them not to be scared. Like I'll never get vaccinated or my kids won't or quarantine. He's getting ice. Sorry about that.
that's okay. It's all right, dude.
Yeah, I wish,
happens.
he's a baseball player. He plays baseball in college. And so even,
That's great. Congratulations. That's a
Thank you.
blessing.
Thank you. They won the championship at Dodger Stadium as high school this year.
Oh, that's amazing. What was it, States?
Huh?
States?
It was the city championship.
Wait,
Oh,
have
that's,
you asked
I
him?
mean, LA's a big city. That's amazing.
Have
Yeah,
you
El
asked him
Camino,
how they're fixing his games yet? Is that
So
have you
that's
asked him?
funny. People always bust my balls about that because he did get the game-winning hit against Birmingham to go to Dodger Stadium.
Jewish magic, dude. Jew magic.
They use magic, and you guys, there was a game that the season before. It's the craziest thing. Camarillo or no, Moore Park was playing another school, West Ranch. The game comes down again. It always comes down to the last inning. You guys, this is insane. The one team was losing by a run with a runner on second. Okay, 2 outs. Okay, the guy hits the ball to the fence. One umpire does this, home run. The other umpire says no, ground will double. Like it has to happen with 2 outs. And then you guys, the video, people have videos of it. It looks like it went over the fence, and it looks like it bounced in front of the fence.
Dude, that's crazy.
They call
So
it a
you
double
believe
or
it's
a-
energy manipulation, like literally Doctor Strange shit.
Bro, even they made it foggy that day because I don't know if you were in LA that day. I was at Simi Valley when Kobe's fake helicopter crash. It was foggy that day, right? But it wasn't like pea soup where you can't fly.
Right. It wasn't London fog where you're like, well, I can't see anything.
It was overcast, but come on. I went to the crash. Have you been to the crash site?
No, I haven't.
We went there. It's on my page. I took some of my followers. We went to the crash site, and the crash site of what they put in the field over there and where the trail is, it's 2 different places. You know, but there still should be. And then of course there's a place called Church in the Canyon over there that's like walking distance, and that in the Gematrinator, the numbers is 81. There's just so many 80. Las Virgenes Road.
Yeah, 81's a big one too. I thought it was 83, but no, it's 77, something 83, 73. What
I
is
think
it,
81.
Man? No,
81.
93, 93,
93, flight
81, 77. Those are numbers you find all over 9/11.
There are so many 9-3 final scores. Like it's crazy. Like even the Kennedy shooting that I was talking about with the bricks. So what? Lee Harvey Oswald shoots him from a brick depository building, right? And then he gets shot. If you guys want to look, he gets shot in front of a brick building because that's their signature, the bricks. It has to be in front of bricks, and it always has to be on TV. Like Lee Harvey Oswald getting shot, it didn't happen like when the TV cameras weren't off. The energy looshing is on TV.
It's funny. When I was in college, I met the guy, Isidore Blickman, who shot that of Oswald getting shot. He was the guy holding the camera. He came in and talked to because he was also the cameraman for Charles Kuralt, if you guys remember him. And
Charles Kuralt does.
Yeah, he's big at North Carolina. But and he had a weird take on it too. He just felt it was something strange about the whole thing, and he was there and filmed the whole thing. So But yeah, it was right as he was coming out of, and there's just all bricks everywhere, as you said.
Now Lee Harvey Oswald, he might be the one and only patsy that like this poor guy, like they did it, it wasn't him obviously, but like maybe they really killed him and they're trying to pin it, there's no trial. Of course it can't be a trial. And by the way, that's another thing, all these killings, there's never a trial.
The one guy in Parkland went on trial.
I don't remember. The trials are so fake. The Alex Jones, I don't know how you guys feel about Alex Jones.
Well, I'm friends with him, but I think his trial was a sham.
Bro, such a sham. It wasn't real. And for that trial, it was all about the number 112 because that's a big number in Freemasonry. Because if you guys look, Freemasons are in 112 countries, right? That's like their signature. And for some reason, Adam Lanza, whatever his name is, A is the first letter, L is the 12th letter. And if you guys look, when the story broke, they kept talking about how he weighed 112 pounds. 112 pounds. Like, who gives a fuck? And he was born on the 112th day of the year, okay? And then listen to this. The trial, not only is Alex Jones' birthday 112, the judge's birthday was 112.
Oh, that's crazy, dude.
And what are the odds? The judge was November 2nd, and Alex Jones is February 11th. Both of them are 112.
Is this international? Like any assassination in Venezuela, Mexico, anywhere? Is this international? Are they using this tactic everywhere?
They do it everywhere because I don't know if you remember the whole George Floyd thing, which is another complete bullshit psyop. I mean, do you guys? His name is 201, by the way. Do you guys remember what George Floyd's second grade teacher's name was?
No, what?
This is gonna blow you on. Ready?
Waynell
Sexton.
Waynell Sexton.
Waynell as an anal Sexton. Because they're fucking us in the ass with these. I can curse, right?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Bro, Waynell Sexton, because they're fucking us in the ass with these psyops. And XT, I got to tell you, because XT, I have a lot of black followers that I don't know if I taught them or they appreciate it because they know that they target the black people more than any other race.
I mean, it's unbelievable how bad they go after the black community, and the black community doesn't even understand it.
They buy it all the time. Like CNN still does shows on slavery, like the Holocaust. And I'm Jewish, by the way. The Holocaust. Maybe there was some killing. There's no way you can kill 6 million Jews. There's no way. So, but George Floyd, even his name, George Perry Floyd, is 201. That's the fakest thing. That afterwards, when he was on the street, did you guys see the paramedics come swoop him up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fake. That was all Osiris ritual with the kneeling. They love
the
Osiris.
thuggy assassins too.
What's that?
The thuggy assassins. If you look up the thuggy assassins with 2 E's, every single picture of them is with their knee on the guy's neck.
Oh, wow.
And we've had people come on the show, Miriam Haim, and she's talked about how he went to a school of assassins in Europe. Yeah, right there. If you look at that, that's how they do it. Every fucking picture is like that. Go down. Yep.
Well, I'll give you a good example too. Tim Tebow. I used to love fucking Tim Tebow. I thought, such a nice guy, but what's his famous for? Kneeling. He does a kneeling thing, right? And then what are the odds? Again, it's a coincidence. He talks about John 3:16 all the time, right? Yeah. His one playoff game he wins, he throws for 316 yards.
Dude, so crazy.
It's magic. It's magic, dude. It's like, here's another one. LeBron James. You're never going to believe this one. LeBron James, first of all, what are the chances that they beat the Miami Heat the year that Kobe dies, right? The Heat. You guys know Contavious Caldwell-Pope had a picture of Kobe Bryant burning the day before the accident?
What do you mean?
Contavious Caldwell-Pope was on the Lakers, and the night before the fake crash, when LeBron James passed him in scoring, there's a picture of Contavious Caldwell-Pope, whose name is 333. They love the 333s. He's got an orange jacket on, the color orange, and he's holding a shirt of Kobe Bryant on fire, a skeleton of Kobe Bryant.
Google it. My God.
Google it. KCP.
Well, how about the fact that Kobe, damn.
Crazy. Why, Yoey? It's a coincidence he's wearing that shirt before the accident.
That's crazy. And how about like I think when LeBron passes Kobe in the scoring, it's in Philadelphia,
Where
and on the court is a picture of a snake being chopped up.
the Black Mamba. Wait, I got a better one for you. Remember the Dodgers won the World Series this year, and I predicted they were going to win in 5 games because the 5th game was on October 30th, which is 13. Gianna was 13. I got a couple for you guys. First of all, let's do this one first. Do you guys remember there was a snake that went into the Dodger dugout? Do you guys remember that?
No.
Bro, go look. There was a snake, and guess what color Gatorade bottle he was slithering across?
What?
Orange.
Oh my God.
And there's a snake right before it was like the first or second inning. The pitcher's coming off the field, and Kobe's the Black Mamba. There's a snake in the dugout. It's all over. You can go anywhere.
That's crazy though.
You know, it's really interesting because I've been saying this forever that all of our next gen weaponry is hardwired mysticism. And I've always said that, you know, everyone loves Lord of the Rings. Everybody loves Harry Potter. I'm like, you're living in that shit. It's just a more deceptive version of it.
They're just not telling us. They might, even if they told us at this point, you guys, people still, if Charlie Kirk walked on a Fox News set, people still like, they'll never believe it. Like it's crazy because we're indoctrinated. We're to this day, my mom is
Learned
77,
helplessness.
and when she wants to prove something to me, she'll say, "You know what they said on TV today?" We're indoctrinated to believe everything we see. It's hard.
Television.
People are waking up though.
Television, dude.
Television.
And
but yeah, Kobe
programming.
Bryant. And then listen to this. Ready for this one? Shohei Ohtani. He won his first ring. Ready for this? 666 days after Kobe's crash.
Oh, it's crazy, dude. That is crazy.
Here's the crazy thing. Do you guys remember that Shohei Ohtani got hurt sliding into the base? I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah. So
supposedly he was supposed to miss the next game, game 5. That's when they clinched it. And by the way, on my Instagram page, when it was 5-0, do you remember that inning where Judge dropped the ball? It's all magic.
Dude, I bought tickets to game 6, and it took me months to get my money back.
Oh, boy. Yeah, but they used magic, right? And so Shohei Ohtani, game 4, got hurt, and they said, oh, he might not play. He might not play. You know, the series is going to change. He had to play that game because it was a 666 game since January 26, 2020. What are the odds? He gets his first ring 666 professional games after Kobe's crash.
It sounds like the Dodgers are maybe the most black magic team of all.
Yeah.
That's really what it sounds like.
I'm not against it.
The Dodgers, the Lakers. Oh, that's what I was telling you guys. When they won game 6. And by the way, do any of you guys have any daughters?
Yes.
Okay, I have a daughter that, in that first ring 2020 when the Lakers won, there was something called Father-Daughter Day. Me and none of my friends, we never heard of that. But of course, that's when the Lakers won their first that title that year on Father-Daughter Day. And LeBron James, you ready for this? Kobe was 41, Gianna was 13. Game 6, when they won the championship, he played 41 minutes and 13 seconds. How do they do that? That's magic. You know why? Because there's a chance that the Lakers don't have the ball, right? With 13 seconds left, it could be still in play. There had to have been a timeout for it to be 41 minutes and 13 seconds.
That shit's crazy, dude.
And you guys can look. It's there in the box score, 41-13.
You go deep, dude. You definitely go deep.
I got not with my wife, unfortunately, but yeah. I'm Jewish, remember? I'm Jewish. I gave out 33% at birth.
Well, Joey, we had a great conversation. You definitely have one of the deepest. We haven't had a deep conversation like this since Russian Vids guy. That was a long time. Nobody's heard of Russian Vids guy for a while.
He disappeared, right?
He totally disappeared, dude.
He was good though. He was good. His thing mostly is the moon.
He went super deep on a lot of stuff that you talk about. One more time, Joey, tell them where they can find you.
Thank you so much. I love that. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it, guys. This has been great. Mostly I'm on Instagram. I might hit the road though with you, Sam. I've always wanted to do comedy, but
All right, get into it, dude.
I might tell
XG
me on
doesn't work on
stage.
jokes. Why don't you work on some jokes?
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. But yeah, I'm on
Yeah,
Instagram.
why don't you go down like 9/11, like for no reason?
Yeah. Oh, well. And by the way,
Yeah.
Muhammad Atta, while we're at it, when's his birthday? September 1st. And can you believe the woman that he hit in the building? Her name is Wendy Doy. Her birthday, September 1st.
Oh,
What are the
there's
odds?
all that.
Route 91, and then this happens
Flight
on September.
91. The first guy killed was a Mossad agent. He was in row 11. I mean, dude, it's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
It's all there. You just got to see it, dude. But it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Damn,
So,
dude.
yeah, so my Instagram pages, and then I have my winnable where I charge pennies and I give out. So today I gave out the Cubs to win, and I picked players. They hit a home run. One of my players hit a home run, and the Cubs. My son said they're up 7-4. Hopefully they won. So yeah, sports are fake, you guys. It's all fake. Whoever's going to win the World Series, it's already been decided. I think it's going to be the Toronto Blue Jays because of the fake plane crash. Remember the crash, the plane that went upside down in Toronto?
Yeah.
You think it's going to be the Toronto Blue Jays?
Toronto Blue Jays, and that's also a Michael Jordan ritual. It happened on his birthday on runway 23. It's insane.
Interesting.
And again, no cell phone cameras, because everybody when they land, right, somebody has a cell phone camera, right? And where's all the cell phone cameras of when the plane was upside down and people, oh my God, my shoulder, my back. Oh, I'm Jewish. I would have been faking it so much for the lawsuit. Oh, no.
I'm with you, dude. It's all weird shit, dude.
Wait, okay. Is
Everything.
Belichick gonna work out at North Carolina? Because that's my school. I need to know.
No, but what was the final score of the first win, bro? What was the final score? Do you remember?
20-6, something like 21.
20-3.
20-3. Yeah, there you go.
How much is 20 plus 3?
That's 23. Yeah.
And who's the most famous North Carolina
That
alum?
would be Jordan.
It's all a simulation, bro.
All right.
Right
Joe,
on,
you
yeah.
blew our minds. We appreciate you coming
Thanks,
on.
you guys.
Let's break down the episode. Okay, guys. What did you think about Joey?
My brain hurts. Too much numbers. Geometry. What is it? Geometry,
Yeah,
or something
geometry.
like that.
That's it.
Yeah,
Geometry.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Geometry. Yeah, totally. Archaeology. Totally. 100%. By the way, the last time we did this dangerous of an episode,
Oh.
it was with the Russian vids guy.
Yeah.
And we got a strike on YouTube
Yeah.
for 5 years. And that's why this episode isn't on YouTube.
Yeah.
We just started a brand new YouTube channel. It's Cooking with Gas. That would be crazy. You guys got to see it. It's available everywhere but YouTube. It's crazy, dude. I mean, like, so when you always ask these guys how complex it is, they're like, oh yeah, it's like kind of crazy. But Joey had a really good answer, which is what I've been talking about, which is mysticism, black magic, sorcery. I mean, everyone loves watching Harry Potter. Everybody loves watching Lord of the Rings. What if that stuff is really happening? We just aren't privy to it.
Yeah. I mean, the number of things. I mean, if you're not paying it, like, how often do you see 33 now? I see it way more often than I should. And I don't know if it's because now I'm noticing or some type of black magic where now I'm involved in it.
I think it's because you know about it, and now you start to see it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
just
like when
think
you buy like a Ford Bronco or whatever, and now
all you see are
Broncos
Ford
are-
Broncos. I've been seeing nothing but white Monteros everywhere lately. Everywhere. You know, the question goes, where do they go if they fake their death?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are they chilling in the Bahamas? Are they getting plastic surgery so you can't find them? And then they create a whole fake ass Facebook page and website, which they have the capabilities to do.
Do we have, I'm trying to think before I ask a dumb question. Okay. Do we have any
Please, Johnny, think before you're dumb.
confirmed faked deaths like that are prominent that we know about?
Well, supposedly in the 1800s and before that, they fake deaths all the time.
Right, but I'm talking about in our, since the advent of TV, like, do we have?
I mean, they've seen Elvis in truck stops all the time.
Well, I mean, Elvis will be like 100 now. People are 110 now. People are talking about still seeing him.
Well, what happens when you're like an informant and the government takes care of you? What's that word?
Witness protection
A witness
program.
The thing is, I do think you can go hiding, but the government has to be in to help you. Because when people do a witness protection system, they go missing. At least it seems like they do. So I think if the government does want you or does help you go missing, you can. But doing it by yourself, I think it's physical. It's impossible without
No,
the
I'm
government
sorry.
knowing.
Elvis is born in 35, so you'd be 90 now. So if you could be
Yeah, Johnny,
seeing
he's out there
Elvis
doing high kicks to the head.
walking around.
He's doing karate and shit.
Yeah, I mean, you hear everybody that was around him at near the end. I mean, he just was falling apart. Like he was.
But he's very much Britney Spears and Anna Cole Smith. They were feeding him drugs to control him. That's how dark it gets.
Yeah, it's no coincidence to me that Tom Hanks played his scummy manager in the movie about Elvis, because that guy was, as bad as it gets.
It's ridiculous. Did anything go too far for you, Johnny? Anything?
No, I will say one thing. Okay,
bridge you won't cross.
We had that discussion a couple of like a month ago, and you now reframe it as we're talking about whether Muslims treat people better than and that's not what you said. You said the burqa people, which is the most extreme of the Muslims. Like even like they treat their women better.
Okay,
clear that wasn't the discussion we were having. If people
okay, I'm fine with that, Johnny. You can call me out on that.
No, I'm saying that the hardcore Muslims who do insist on their women, being in a beekeeper outfit all the time.
No, I'm not saying either side is perfect. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not. But I just
we have
wanna
a
make
view
sure
of one is way worse than the other, and I would think one's more obviously worse, and one is more secretly worse.
Yeah, and I just want to be clear that I'm not, because it can sound like I'm saying that the
Johnny hates Muslims.
in the way. Yeah, and it's just not, obviously not the case. Like the average, westernized.
Johnny's made love to Muslim women. Okay, just know that. I have.
No, I tried.
I've hit it hard.
I tried like the devil to in college.
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna put a Christian baby in you. What are you gonna do?
She might have been Hindu. No, she was Hindu. Yeah,
Hindus put out, dog. Hindus put out. Right?
Kama Sutra.
Kama Sutra. You're like, you're supposed to hold it. I'm like, I can't. Blast.
I did try.
Spray.
Yeah, they're about edging.
You want to, while we're on this, we talked in the last episode about that guy injecting his wang.
Yeah.
When I was in college, dude, I was
used to do that.
I was using this lotion, and over a period of a couple of days, my dick started taking on fluid and becoming incredibly itchy, like very itchy, and it was like a bag of water. Like
what?
Oh my god!
Dude, like
and all
a
you had
water
to do was
balloon.
shake it all the
and
time.
I had no clue. And so to stop it from itching, I kept putting this lotion on it over and over again that I was also using as lube, to jerk off. And dude, it kept getting worse and worse and worse. And then finally, I realized I had an allergy to Neutrogena. That's what it was. And I was having my penis was having an allergic reaction to Neutrogena. And that's why. But yeah, for like a week, it looked like a water balloon. It was the scariest thing. And I was afraid to go to the doctor. And
Johnny, you were like that black guy's dick. You ever see that whenever like, oh my God, click this link. They just canceled Jimmy Kimmel. You click it, and it's a black guy's fucking giant dick.
Yes.
Is that what you look like? Did you want to keep it because you had girth?
Well, dude, boy, was it girthy. I mean,
did you use it? Did you use it? Did you use it? Did you
stick it in your Hindu girl?
Miserable.
Go hear some cow.
It was so itchy. Like, oh, it was terrible.
You rub it on the walls of the vagina. That's how you get the itchiness out.
Oh God.
You might infect it at the same time, but it'll get the itchiness out.
Yeah, it was just very uncomfortable, and I was so stupid at the time. I didn't realize. I
didn't want to say anything, Johnny.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything.